Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on Russian food culture. Today, we're specifically going to be focusing on the origins and traditions surrounding two iconic dishes, piroshki and pelmeni. And these foods are more than just delicious. They carry a deep cultural meaning and reflect the history and identity of the people who created them. So let's start by understanding the people who first made these dishes. The Komi and Udmurt are indigenous peoples, and they're from the Ural and Volga regions. They lived in isolated forested areas and relied heavily on hunting, fishing, and had limited farming to survive the long, freezing winters. The Slavic peoples are the ancestors of Russian, Ukrainian, and Belarusians. They lived a little further west where they practiced farming and developed rich bread-based food traditions. And these groups shared a resourceful approach to food. This map shows where groups lived, and as you can see, the Komi and Udmurtia are in the northeast and central parts of Russia, and the Slavic peoples are here on the west. And the environments definitely had a major impact on how diets evolved. So Russia's climate, especially in the north and central regions, is known for its brutal winters and short summers. So in Komi and Udmurt areas, subarctic conditions and poor soil meant that food had to be preserved by either freezing or drying, fermenting, or smoking. And this also meant that there was a lack of abundance of food. And in Slavic regions, while farming was more feasible, the winters were still harsh and the weather was unpredictable. And these conditions gave rise to high-calorie diets focused on meat, vegetables, grains, and dairy, all of which offered warmth and energy. So the Komi and Udmurt diets included game meats, wild herbs, and preserved foods like dried mushrooms. And the Slavic relied on grains, cabbage, potatoes, legumes, and fish. And preservation methods like pickling and fermenting became essential not just for survival, but also for flavor as well. Pelmeni were created for this exact purpose, originating with the Komi and Udmurt people. The word pelmeni comes from pel-n-an, meaning ear bread, because of the shape. And these dumplings were filled with meat, frozen outside in the winter, and could be cooked quickly over a fire. Hunters and families made large batches in the fall and ate them through the winters. Piroshki, on the other hand, comes from Slavic traditions, and the word comes from pir, meaning feast. These are soft filled buns made with whatever ingredients were available inside, which would be meat, cabbage, potatoes, or berries, and they were eaten daily, but also appeared on holidays and religious celebrations almost always. They reflect the resourcefulness of the rural families and the importance of bread in Slavic life as well. So nutritionally, both dishes made sense for their environments. Pelmeni are high in protein and fat, ideal for cold climates and long winters, and piroshki provided balanced carbs, protein, and fiber depending on the filling. They're often served with fermented toppings like pickles or sour cream, which aid in digestion and add probiotics, but also add a nice flavor. Pelmeni symbolize survival and sacrifice. For indigenous Siberians, they even represented a way to honor the life of the animal being eaten. And piroshki symbolizes warmth, hospitality, and family. They're almost always shared, and together these foods reflect Russian values, and they're still carried out today. So, talking a little bit more about that, today these dishes are still incredibly important. Pelmeni is the official dish of Russia, and families continue to make them, especially on holidays. The importance of it is, food is a very easy way to connect with your roots, and these dishes connect people to their roots. But the cool thing is that it's even spread across the world. Here in the bottom right is a photo of a pork cutlet filled piroshki, which is portrayed in a Japanese anime. So it's this dish is spread across Asia, across Eastern Europe, and it's just a great way to connect culture with an everyday easy meal. So here are my works cited. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this presentation gave you a deeper appreciation for how climate and culture and cuisine are all woven together, especially in Russian food traditions. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments or discussion post.